Hey, everybody. Welcome to the newest edition of the Cardinal Authority Podcast. Senior writer from Cardinal Authority, Michael McCammon, here with publisher Jody Demling. And, big news happening today. Alex O'Connell in town in the Derby City making his official visit with the University of Louisville basketball program. So this is big news today.
Yeah, it's a big week. We're going to talk football in a little bit because the football season begins this week. The guys will report tomorrow. But some basketball to start off with. Alex O'Connell will be in his official visit for 2 days. It will be his official visit. His mom and dad are coming with him from Alpharetta, Georgia. Milton High School, the number 65 ranked player in the country, a 6'5" shooting guard. And when he leaves, Darius Perry from Wheeler, Georgia, a 6'2" point guard, number 80 player in the country, will then arrive on his official visit. Louisville getting these two official visits, for lack of a better word, out of the way here real soon in August.
And obviously it's a busy time, as you alluded to, football now getting underway, but Rick Pitino and his staff certainly will be busy over at the basketball offices. Obviously they're going to be checking out the KFC Yum Center, checking out campuses, all those things that entail for official visits. But these kids, when they're in on town, they also get an opportunity to go out and check out the city. I mean, these official visits are usually pretty cool for these kids.
Yeah, it is. Now, these are a little different being in August. There's no game. There's no football game going on. There's nothing really going on campus, which isn't a bad thing always. It's just what the kids make of it and what the guys that they're with help them make of it. And I think that the guys will do a good job with these two visits. I don't anticipate the thinking from what I've been told is once these two official visits are over this week, I don't think we'll see a commitment from either one of them off of the visit. I think both of them will probably make a decision later this month, early next month, but I don't think we'll see a commitment out of either of these visits. But I do believe that these two guys are the guard targets that the staff has decided to bring in the first two guys for a reason, if you know what I mean. These are the guys that they want. I know they're working on a Malik Williams visit. I'm going to try to get him as soon as they possibly can. Lance Thomas will come sometime early September. And then if they're still needing guards, which, like I said, I think at that point they will, Mekhi Ashton Langford, Brandon Randolph, both expected to come in for the first football weekend in September. So it's an interesting dynamic starting today over the course of the next month. Will either one of these guys join the Louisville roster? And if they do, what does that affect down the road? And I think if it does, if Darius Perry does, that affects Mekhi Ashton Langford. If Alex O'Connell does, that affects Brandon Randolph. I think for all four of them, Louisville in a very good spot.
And we'll have reaction and reports following the visits of both of them here at Cardinal Authority. But we're going to have a ton of coverage because, hey, Jody, it's football season.
It is football season. And, 17 commitments a week. They were basically 1 week before when they picked up number 17. So you're talking about a week before practice started that they had 17 commitments. It's been rolling here recently for the Louisville football staff in recruiting, and now they get to go coach up their current guys. And I'm excited about this year. I think just from talking to Lamar Jackson and Keith Kelsey at ACC Media Day, and from being around the staff a little bit and hearing from some of the guys, I'm really pumped at the depth that the staff believes that there are even guys that played last year that could redshirt. That's how much depth they think they have on this team.
Yeah, I heard Bobby Petrino say that, make that comment when he was at the ACC meetings, and really that is an eye-opener because that's what it screams about is the quality of depth that they have. And, to go back real quick on the recruiting note and how they've been really hammering it during the summer, I believe this is the 8th commitment, or they've now picked up 8 commitments for the month of July. So, really did a bang-up job throughout the month of July. But looking forward to the football season, on the field stuff. One of the things that's really impressed me in the last few weeks, and I know a lot of people touched base on this, has been Lamar Jackson. Obviously a sophomore, but Bobby Petrino decides to take him up to the ACC, but just the confidence level and the transformation from being, really kind of a kid into now a young man. We're seeing that transformation, kind of like we saw with Teddy Bridgewater, has really been fun to watch just the last few weeks.
Yeah, I think it's exactly like we saw with Teddy Bridgewater, and I'm not going to say, I'm not ready to compare the two, and I don't think anybody should compare the two. But I think on the field, that is. But off the field, I think there's a really good comparison off the field in the fact that in between their freshman and sophomore years, we saw a big change in their personality and the way that they interviewed with us, the way that they talked to the fans, the way that they interacted doing autographs, doing all that kind of stuff on social media. You don't see Lamar, for lack of a better way to say it, he was a big kid last year, and some things that he would tweet, you'd be like, seriously? It's your quarterback, But
you're at college now.
You can see that he has grown up, and I think people are going to see it on the field as well. I think that's going to be the telltale, is when we see him on the field for the first time this year. Has he grown up more on the field or off the field? And if it's more on the field, look out. It's going to be a fun season.
Yeah, you heard Bobby Petrino up at the ACC meetings, and we're going to continue to hear it, I suspect, as fall camp rolls on, as they prepare for the season. He mentioned face of the program with Lamar Jackson. And when we hear Lamar Jackson speak now, it seems like he really understands what that means and really the role that it takes to be the face of a program. That more of a mature attitude, when out in the public and things like that, which things that come along with, just growing as you age as well. But really impressed to see that the maturity that he's gained over the summer, and really excited to see how that, curtails now on the field with his confidence level down on the football field. But we're going to cover all of it here at Cardinal Authority. We're going to go through each position. Jody and I are going to break them down as the Cardinals get ready for that season opener against Charlotte. So, Jody, it's going to be an exciting time.
It is, and I've got to give a shout-out to, at some point this week, Michael, I'm taking some vacation, but at some point this week, one of us, it might have to be you, we need to break down and at least list the 12 Olympians from the University of Louisville. I do want to give a shout-out to those 12, because that is so awesome, and it's going to start this weekend, and Louisville will be front and center in several different sports. So kind of cool stuff going on right now at the Ville.
And we'll have it all right for you here at CardinalAuthority.com, so stay with us as the football season is upon us.